Hi guys, it's me, Busy Bee, here, playing in the 25 cent, 50 cent streets. Ooh, we've got somebody there. I'm sitting. So yeah, we're playing some 25 cent, 50 cent. That's not super ideal. We can make some stuff happen here. We get check two twice here. We're just going to bet big amounts of dollars. And we get it through, and we'll win this hand, and then we'll move on to the next one. And if he calls, we'll just go 2 or 3 or 4x pot and see what he does there. But we should get this through. And we do. I am too. Well, where are you sitting at 1, 2? All right, now I got to go searching around. Pocket 8s here. This is a playable hand. Oh, look, we've got some 1-2 action. There we go. Well, we raise on the button, unintentionally 5x. We flop toppest of pairs. Toppest of pairs is the highest pair on the board available. He leads pot, or 3/4 pot, and we call. SMD, not sure what that stands for. Actually, I have an idea. Now he bets 12.50. It can't be a really good hand, so I'm going to put him on Jack 10. We're going to raise a little bit. Something that I feel like he has to kind of call here. Here we have an overpair. We're just going to bet big. And he sticks it all in. We're going to call, and he has ace 7. We're going to be nice here. And we're going to run it twice, but expecting to win. That's 1 for the good guys. Oh, he declines it. Okay. So a quick donation here. Z Fontana, 909. Went for it. You got to respect that. How do I only have not many dollars here? Oh, it's a $25 buy-in. He raises to $8. We're going to call. I'm not very good heads up, but we're going to give this a go. He's going to bet big, and we're going to raise and get it in. 50 bigs, king of hearts. Yeah. Unfortunate that he doesn't have anything there, or doesn't decide to stick that in. We're going to raise 2.5x here. Z is the best ATM. Okay. And we get min 3 bets, so we're going to go ahead and see a flop in position. We flop middle pair. He's going to bet at least 12. Probably exactly 12. And we're going to hit the call button. If he checks, we're going to check back. Pot control, keep it small, see what happens. Turns a king. This is definitely a better card for him. If he bets, we're going to min raise, check back the river. BigBalls69, smelling blood. He checks. We're going to bet 1/4 pot. If he raises, we're going to call. Having bet 1/4 pot might induce some type of raise. See, we're thinking different levels here. Level 1, level 2. He just folds. Okay, not much of a resistance so far. Hey, big balls. Gotta shout out my channel here at SoPo Slayer. Oh, SMD. We have open to 16 here. 1, 2. Okay, good information on SMD. Looks like he took it down without much of a fight. We have 7-9 suited here. If he opens to a funky size, something like, 12 or 16 like he has before, I think I just call. And now we're just going to raise on the button, regular little 3x. We'll be calling a 3-bet. Good little squeeze spot for SMD, whatever that means. This is, these 10-jack type of hands. These are the hands that I think Big Balls is going to be calling out of the small blind a lot with. If he calls, we're going to check unless we improve. Yeah. He shouldn't have any ace jacks. He can't have some jack nines. He can have some 10 jacks, queen tens, things like that. Hopefully he's not reading a small C bet as being weak. I think he knows better than that. The down bet, as the big boys call it. Right, Big Balls? I'm going to isolate the fish here with pocket eights. If he limp re-raises, we're going to flick it in against like ace jack or something. And we have an overpair to the board here, so we're going to size up a little bit here. When I say size up, make it like 12. Seems appropriate. Yeah. And we take it down. I'm going to fold over here. Sick. Oh, I wonder what he's talking about. Look at this table here. SMD, Grinder, some of the legends of SoPo coming to attack the SoPo player. SoPo Slayer, sorry guys. Oddly enough, I'm watching New England and Baltimore right now. Sunday night football, with the only point of watching it being pulling for field goal kickers and against field goal kickers. My big league. What happened here? He has 5 and I have 4. Okay, yeah. My big league, I'm down to Baltimore's kicker versus New England's kicker, but he's up. So unless I get some type of Justin Tucker type second half, it's just going to be a GG. We're going to blindly c-bet and take that one down. Raise here. We have a pair of 6s with the backdoor flush draw. We will be calling his flop c-bet. And now we're going to go broke, I suppose. If he has ace-king, he's going to get all the money. Now we're going to check again, try to get him to bet a king, check raise, but too smart for me. Too smart for me, Big Balls. Although he could have had nothing and checking was the right play there. We'll never know. We just know what I have. Z Fontana, 909. Did he get stacked again while I wasn't looking? Probably. And you can see the numbers are starting to converge quite quickly. People are what they are. SMD. He's just too short, so if he 3-bets, I can't call a 3-bet here. We're just not deep enough. And if he 3-bets a hand like ace-jack and I rip it on him, I'm not sure he's going to fold or should fold, so we're probably just going to have to fold that unless he just didn't size appropriately. Another premium, both tables. We're going to go with the big raise here and the big raise here. Grinder comes along, and we're 3-way to the flop. This would not be such an ideal flop for us. We will be peeling one off with the 10 of diamonds. And, yeah. We're just short of the Queen of Diamonds for a royal flush. What gets called here? We can't be too greedy here. It's fairly obvious. So we'll just go with the smaller sizing. And we're very fortunate in this hand to have turned the jack, but I guess more importantly, like, we were free rolling there. I mean, I'll join you, big balls, but I'm assuming that's not what you're looking for. Are we really going to do? Let me get rid of this table. Sorry. Normally would raise that, but we're trying to add some stuff in here. Exit game. Cool. Add table. Let's play some heads up. No limit hold'em, big balls. For the fans. Maybe this is what he wanted. Maybe he's like, you know what? Busy Bee, you're the spot. I've watched your videos, and I don't think you're very good at the poker. We're going to battle. We're going to battle BigBalls69. I'm new to this game they call poker, but I've got a lot of heart. We're going to call again here on the turn. And we're going to check the river. We could block bet. Yeah, I think block betting is better. Just nothing too small to induce a raise. Something like this seems appropriate. Could check to induce. Not sure he's going to bet there. Might have a weak showdown-ish type hand. And we're gaining points tonight. We're 172 in just a few minutes of play. Thank you guys again. I think I've posted every day since I started the channel. Channel's going quite well. 7 subscribers. If we look at 105 total views, I mean, that's a 3-bet. And a good fold, good fold. Oh, actually, I thought that was ace-jack. I swear to God. I got to pay attention. I'm looking at my YouTube channel. All right, that was fortuitous that I got away with that. Quarter C-bet on this board. Check, check. I'm going to check here. And we're going to check and we're going to lose to what? Either chop with ace high or some random 9. Yep, 9-8. We're going to bet for value here with king high. Ace 7-5. Now we're going to check. Hope he didn't turn a 5 or a 7. See, this looks like, okay, that's in. I'm not going to pay it off. And I don't think he folds. That's the problem, right? Like, his hand is probably weak, but I think he knows that I don't really have a hand, so getting into a bluff there seems like not all that optimal. Here we flop bottom pair. I'm going to start with a raise over here. And he sizes up. We're going to call quickly. We turn a straight draw. Yeah, I don't think we can call this. I don't think that's a very good sizing. Sorry, sir. We are eligible for the free roll. King 5. Very pretty hand. Seems like about the time for a 3-bet here. He declines. We're going to bet 1/5. These small sizings on these XX wide boards are over defended or over folded to that small size C bet with entire range. Now we're going to check back. I don't think we need to take king high so much and turn it into a bluff. I think a lot of his flush draws would check raise that flop. This sizing is fine, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, heads up is not my best game, but we're out here and we're trying, so that's all that matters. 3/8 suited, gonna defend. Pretty good rake structure here. Wonder if we can just check raise with the backdoor flush draw here at some frequency. We'll go with his sizing. Yeah, that's not a very good sizing. Yep, and we take that down. Gotta go smaller there. And how is he getting all this money? Who is he stacking when I'm not paying attention over here? $2.25 seems about right. 1.8. We're gonna have to ramp that up. Okay, we rolled high. We're gonna start with the C3 bet here. Pretty standard, I think, heads up. This is a fold. Crispy. Look at this game. Just shark. Baby sharks. Mama shark. Daddy sharks. Not good. Not a good game. We're still going to go out there. We're in the streets. We're going to battle. Four or five. We have a pair of jacks. Let's see what sizing he uses again here. He goes with the check. We're going to could have bet there. I think he calls this, and I'm okay with that. Ace 5. All right. Got the aggression factor up to 2. His is going down. That's kind of what we're looking for here. What happened here? Queen 8. Gonna defend. Don't want to give away here. Here we have a gut shot. And backdoor flush draw with the king of hearts. He goes 2/3. Don't think I get raised here very often, and I think his sizing, if I check, is going to be bigger. That's why we went with the turn lead. We're going to have to start really getting out in the streets here. Cannot process my request. What are you guys doing? Top up, bad. Thank you. Gonna go with the small sizing, appropriate on the XXY boards. Now we're gonna size up. And we're gonna check the river. There we go. There we go. One for the good guys. Battle versus big balls. well underway. Another 3-bet. We have not been 3-bet by big balls to my knowledge here, heads up yet. One might be incoming. To which we would be certainly testing the waters with a small 4-bet. We'll see what sizing he goes with here. Yeah, smaller. Okay. Really like a diamond on this flop. But that's all right. Check, 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 check. Check. And overbet. This seems fishy. We're going to go for it. I think he thinks I'm capped. No, sir. Oh, and he calls. He river. Oh, he has just an ace there. Very interesting. All right, good information. Nice hand, big balls. We're down about $75, and we're okay. We're gathering information. Can't give away too much information against big balls here. Some of the strats. You might think I don't have any strategies, and you might be right. Maybe Big Balls has been watching my videos, and he's got just a massive tell on me that I've got some ugly timing tell. See how the points are racking up? Over 300. 6-9 to a 3x is a fold. 2-10, we're already folding. What's going on here? Good game, bro. Good game. Not sure the first 4-bet and what that's going to look like. Being that he hasn't 3-bet me yet. This is going to be a check-check. And this is also going to be a check down, assuming he has a hand like 6-8 or something like that. 6-9, sorry. Bad hand reading. Apologize to my viewers. It was always 6-9, right? And never 6-8. Well, let's play this hand. This will be a check and a fold. We want to get a reload in here before we fold. Hand doesn't improve enough to be calling here. All right, we have pocket twos again. Can't raise to $2 because we're playing 1-2, so we'll just bump it up to 5. 5-3 off, so fold. 0.57, 2.27. All right. 8-4 off. Even I have some standards. Z Fontana is really struggling on this table. Ace-2 off on the cusp of a call versus that sizing. We're going to start with the check, having 0 leads on this board. And we're going to call. Here we don't flop anything, and he's been quite aggressive. We're going to check this back. We're going to bet for value. Could value town ourselves here sometimes with like ace-4s and hands like that. I don't really have any queen jacks as played, so sorry about that. It was supposed to be a check-check. And we'll give this up even though we turn a gut shot. Book says fold this. We're going to raise. And he folds. We're going to fold over here, or he calls. We can go with the larger sizing on this board. And We fold. We're topping up again. Max top up. Probably some type of small frequency 3-bet here. Although in the flow of the game, I don't like it. We do flop a flush draw. We're going to check and call. We do turn a flush. Hopefully no heart on the river. We're just going to bet fold this. Should be good. Well, we're definitely good when he calls. Don't think he's calling with the ace of hearts very often. Still going to check this. Going to fold this. Fairly even numbers statistically here, heads up. Makes me feel good, you know, when you're playing a pro like Big Balls and your numbers look, you know, somewhat similar. It's like, hey, maybe I'm doing something right. Definitely don't want to bet this turn. Should be good here a fair amount. Just kidding. Z Fontana with flop 3 of a kind. Couldn't get anyone invested. Over here I folded a hand I would have loved to play. Sometimes that's the cost. Pocket 5s over here. We flop top and bottom pair. I'm going to start with a check raise. Probably just going to fold, you know, because it's hard for him to have anything here when we have the board kind of locked up like that. But, you know, make a big hand, you got to build a big pot. So we are 35 hands in, still waiting the first 3-bet. Interesting, because normally when you check back on this board, you're supposed to have some type of a showdown-ish type hand. So the fact that we don't, and he still bets, he's supposed to have something there. Here, I can't imagine we ever win. We take it down over there. We do win. I say I can't imagine we win, but we just win. I did notice when you multi-table, it used to be if you swiped right and there was no table to your right, it wouldn't work. And now it's allowing you to swipe back and forth. And here's this first 3-bet. We're going to fold. Suppose we could take a flop there sometimes. Not going to continue with this hand. Do have 2 backdoors, straight and flush. Variety. We have the 2 and the 3 offsuit. We're going to be folding that hand. We have the 6 and the 4. We're going to be folding that hand. How am I doing over here? Still 43 bip. Start with a 30% flop C-bet, and we get called. Turn 9, we're going to check. He should have a bunch of leads here with this hand. Yeah, and he does. That's good. Hey, listen. I know you. I know what you're up to. This is a fold. This is going to be a fold too, although it's probably very cuspy. 69.48. 72.47. Two battlers. No draws on this board. Now, when he doesn't bet here, I just don't think I think he has like a 3 or a 7, or just like a 3 here a lot, or an ace. Doesn't need to bluff at it, right? So the story I'm telling isn't all that enticing. So distribution, I would say, heads up over here has not been in our favor in terms of making hands, but that's what happens heads up. And a lot of battling over pots where nobody has anything. This is definitely going to be a check back. When he checks again, we're just looking at him having a 3. So it's like, hey, can I make him fold a 3? Here's the overbet, by the way. Here's his, nope, we're going to check. Now we're going to chop this up with, or he has king high, ace 8. And just chops it up there. Yeah. The hand reading is strong tonight, boys. Every 3-bet's gotten through for both players so far. Seems like standard operating procedure. Both players sizing up with the 3-bet OOP. So it's not really giving me a spot to call a 3-bet. Saying the flow of things, having just 3-bet a similar hand, we're going to check this one. We're going to call what should be a 3rd size flop c-bet, and it is. Appropriate, sir. Under bluff spot here. And our hand doesn't improve, so we just have to give it up. The jack and the 5 offsuit, good enough to raise, fringe. Fringe hand on the raise. We have a pair of 2s. We're going to start with a 1/4 size flop c-bet. And my guy comes with a check call. Now we're going to try to fold out his ace and king highs here with an overbet. Don't expect him to fold an 8. He calls, and now we're going to go Milky Milkerton. Top up. I should win this one. I don't need to top up. We got lucky. We did get lucky, sir. We know we got lucky. Sometimes you get lucky with aggression. And we were shutting down that river. Although another overbet might have successfully got it through. I think he's probably sitting on an 8 there. Good players will have some flopped check back flush draws here, specifically of the nut flush variety. So one cannot assume that because the flush comes in on the turn that he cannot have a flush. Although with some players, certainly this would be the idea. We're going to bet just because we haven't bet one. We get a walk with ace 10. Jack 5 we just want a big pot with. Has nothing to do with this hand, but raise and take it nonetheless. I'm going to fold this hand. 54 hands. I'm only going to finish this cigar, which is about 2 inches long. If anyone knows what 2 inches looks like. That's how far I have left on my cigar. So I watched this football game. Brisk New York night. Jack 5 again. Offsuit variety again. We have the 2 and the 8 offsuit. We're going to fold this. Who is this laughing over here? Oh, SMD. You guys are just tapping on the tank. Poor Z Fontana. Let this guy eat. Let him breathe. It would be nice to get a 3 of a kind to show up on the bottom, but we don't. This 2/3 flop C-bet, I'm not sure that's a thing, but I will run it through the sim later and find out if that's an actual thing or not on that board. I do know some boards do favor the larger sizing heads up, though I don't know much about heads up poker. I should, as I've stated. Then we have ace high here, and this is going to be a check and fold. Expect him to have a similar type hand. Maybe an 8, a 7-8 or something like that. I think 8-10 probably has enough equity to just go ahead and bet there. Maybe that's a king 7 hand with a backdoor. Here we find the pocket jacks. We do find the 3 of a kind. We will start with a 1/4 size flop C-bet. It is nice when you have middle set. Does not unblock him having the ace, and he does not. We would have found some really large sizings on that river there. And the battle between Big Balls and Busy continues as Z Fontana. Yes, I am. We're going to fold here. Crispy, little reg wad. Certainly will be over here in a moment. He'll be taking position on Big Balls, sitting in this seat directly to his right. He'll be the first one to sit. It was fun playing the heads up Big Balls. Anytime you would like to do it. Maybe we could do some type of like heads up challenge. I think that'd be fun. I think you've come onto my my channel before and commented. So now you definitely get a clean look at how I play heads up. That should be good. Should gather information. We have the king and the 3 offsuit. We're going to fold here. Oh, SMD comes in and takes position. I like it. Look at this guy. This is some multi-tablers. I think this is a flop I want to C-bet because I don't want Z betting and SMD, which still don't know exactly what that stands for. Raising, kind of isolating me out of the hand. More really wanting to play this hand because of the backdoor flush draw. Turn is not a good card for us. Shouldn't be able to win this hand. Although I think, yeah, that's going to be a tell, Z Fontaine. Maybe not like the 3x pot when you get there. But listen, that's for you. Maybe you show a bluff one time and people start paying you off. I don't know. How's everyone doing tonight? Are we hanging in there? We in the streets? And we have the 7 and the jack. If SMD folds, we'll be happy to play this hand with C Fontana, blind versus blind. Just gonna go ahead and 3x it out of position. We're going to flop a pair of jacks and just immediately check to him, see what he likes to do. Now we're going to put a little money in the pot with what was clearly the best hand. The 6 and the 9, just for giggles. Definitely not an open from the book. The book I reference often is Doyle Brunson's Super System. Obviously the most relevant poker book that's ever been written, and really holds up to the test of time with the information that's given in there. I mean, if you want to crush poker today, you still pick up Super System and you read the contents of it. And you just come to the felts of SoPo and you crush spirits. Just like my spirits are being crushed as I watch another field goal from New England's kicker. I'm going to raise on the button here. We're going to go ahead and defend. A little saucy defense, but we're closing action. Z Fontana is definitely going to size up here. We're super deep, so we're going to make it 60 as a 4-bet bluff. Might get shoved down our throat here. We do flop toppest of pairs. Continue with a c-bet of 40. I suppose at my stack depth, big balls can have jacks here. And so he sizes up to 100 here. I don't see this ever being any type of bluff with this size. We're going to fold. Maybe it's a nitty fold. Maybe it's not. Ooh. Get the raise in there. Was that a nitty fold? What do you guys think? You think he just had like jacks and he's like, you know what, I'm going with it. He can also have like 2 overs and a flush draw, like, which isn't great because if he has like ace king, it's only the king and the diamonds. So he's like, you know, not a big favorite there. I don't even know how I played this hand. Was still just kind of thinking and talking about the other one. It's also possible he just called my 4-bet with a hand like pocket kings, and when I size 1/3 there, he just gives me a really good price. But obviously the read was that he was stronger than me, so we gave up the hand. We gave up the ghost. This is going to go check, check. Don't seeing him check... yeah, very good hand here very often. Probably like under pair sevens. Suited aces, wheeled aces that don't connect with the board or the backboard, the backdoor varieties. We're going to go ahead and call here. See if we can get big balls to squeeze. He squeezed a few times. Sometimes we have to protect our calling ranges by calling with some weakish hands here. So we can have some stronger hands that look to limp re-raise, so that he's just not constantly bombing whenever I call the small blind there. Can we ever be good here? The answer is we can never be good. Not never, but we're just not winning here very often. Introducing the 7. I think I'm going to call it here. When it comes around, one more hand at this table. Sorry for the yawn. A couple of hands at this table. I'm going to go ahead and post to YouTube and see if I can get some friends and family to like this thing. Like, subscribe, come and hang out. What did I say? I had 105 total views, 7 subscribers. Join December 16th. Guys, we're going to raise to $4 with 4s. Z Fontana kind of rolling up a stack here. Listen, I like this overbet. This guy is going for it. We're going to bet on the very small side of things right here. We'll see if Crispy knows how to check an XXY board. That small bet there, though, like, I don't know. Oh, I guess we're playing another level here. Like an 8 is going to want to stick some money into the pot, so they usually check raise the 8 there. Now, he can have a hand like Jack-9, sadly, so we are going to, 6-9. That makes sense, too. Don't show. Nice answer. I think this is going to be a small losing session. We do pick up some equity here with, oh, no, exit. No. Now we're just stuck playing. We're just going to have to get off. We do pick up some equity here with our pair draw, along with our flush draw. That is not the card we're looking for. Hopefully he just, he has pocket aces. Yeah, that makes sense. We have the pair and the flush draw, and he goes with the overbet. We don't find a fold. We don't really need to turn our hand into a bluff. He's going to have some worse flush draws there that I'm going to be beating. So now we're definitely losing. We're going to be down somewhere in the, where are we down here? In the $130 range. This is going to be a tough night for our bankroll. Started on the bigger side of things, and now it's on the smaller side of things. I think I'm only in for 200 here, which is nice, yeah. We're currently about even. And we take it down, as they say. And this is our last hand. Please let it be a foldable hand. There we go. Fold. Boom. Exit. Okay to leave seat. I mean, how can we fold this hand on this button against these players tonight? How could we ever fold that hand? We've got SMD, Super Knit. We're going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to go ahead and exit. Thank you guys for popping in. Busy Bee, out.